like it. I mean,
Mhm.
I probably would have went Brandon Harris, but
Sure. Me too, but
or Bowers potentially, depending on the medical.
um, Calif guy, what do we think of Adrian Claiborne yesterday? I thought it was a really good fit for Tampa. Some people thought it was a slight reach, maybe, but I just think that's exactly what Tampa Bay needed was kind of all-around defensive end. A little more stout, but has a little bit of pass rush in him. I think he's going to fit in really well with that defensive line.
Yeah, I think the best way to describe it is, it's not a home run. It's a nice single or a stand-up double. He's not gonna be a 10, 15 sack a year guy, but he's gonna be solid. I think they need another. I think they're gonna take another defensive end, either in round 2 or 3. And the guy I know I heard they like is Romeus. In the 2011 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select
Orlando Franklin. Well, I like Orlando Franklin here.
I'm a big Orlando Franklin fan.
And they have him listed as a guard. So,
whoever, and for anybody that follows me on Twitter, like during the college football season, I remember watching a Miami game one night, and I was just raving. I think I sent about 5 tweets in a row about my developing man crush on Orlando Franklin.
yeah, and actually,
Nasty.
Yeah, Miami's the team I got to see the most this year live. I got to see them against Ohio State and Pitt. I went to both games, and Franklin was very impressive. Playing that left guard position, kicking out the tackle. He played a number of different positions this year. He definitely is stout. I don't think he's going to necessarily be pancaking guys left and right, some of the bigger defensive linemen, but he doesn't let anyone get through the line, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think he's just got a killer instinct. He plays to the whistle, if not beyond. Ooh, St. Louis. That was quick.
Yeah, well, it seems like teams are getting their picks in almost immediately here. Picks already in. So you're going Cobb. I'll go Torrey Smith. Be a little different.
All right.
So I haven't taken Kyle Rudolph in my second, third round mocks that I put up today because I heard that was a possibility. Obviously he's gone, but I don't know. I got San Francisco fans telling me on Twitter that they would rather have Josh Johnson than Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, Torrey Smith, Tom, was kind of my guess here. We'll see what happens with the Rams. I think getting someone else on that offense to help Sam Bradford is huge. Oh my. So, is there anything else for St. Louis? They got their defensive end in Robert Quinn yesterday. How do you think Spagnuolo's going to use Robert Quinn? This guy's still checking things. Let's see.
Oh, sorry. I was just...
No, you're fine. You're fine. Texans have killed in this draft. Yeah, I think Texans are doing really well. Watt and Reed, 2 Wade Phillips type of players, 2 very good players. Yeah, high energy, big motors. They're going to work hard for you at least.
Well, I was pretty critical of the J.J. Watt pick just because I think they ignored just huge crushing needs in the secondary. I don't say linebacker, but I like it a lot more now that they got Brooks Reed. And now if they can get a good cornerback, my opinion of their first round pick is going to go up considerably.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what is going to happen to Moby Okoye, but
he's still only like 22 years old.
Yeah, he's still very young. Guy's going to get a second contract pretty soon.
Yeah. I mean, he should basically just be coming out of college. He should probably be in this draft.
Yeah, Jack, he was 19 when he got drafted. Yeah, he should be in this draft, really. But, so, I mean, you can keep developing him into a 5 technique, perhaps. He's already out of his prime. Cut him. Nice. His prime was at 20.
I tell you what, he's an impressive kid too. I remember talking to him down at the Senior Bowl, and I mean, he was, like we said, 19 at the time or whatever, mature beyond his years.
Yeah, he definitely seemed that way. I think he was really good in the classroom, if I remember correctly, in college too. Obviously, to be 19 years old and graduate from college, you got to be pretty good. So we still have St. Louis on the clock.
I'm a little surprised Austin's still here. I mean, I don't have a problem with it personally, but I just thought he'd be gone.
Maybe people are shying away from him, are shying away from that poor motor. They're watching the tape and not seeing what this offseason has said. So whoever talked him up enough to put him around 1.
Maybe him crying on E60 turns. Did you see that? The feature they did on him?
Yeah.
Those weren't a few tears. He was really going at it.
Marshall Faulk.
Thank you. With the 47th pick in the 2011 NFL Draft, the St. Louis Rams select
No, Josh McDaniels gets another tight end.
I like that though.
Oh, Josh McDaniels going to use him. I like it. I mean, I think he's a little bit different than anything that they ever had in Denver, but I wonder how he's going to be utilized.
And I mean, he and Rudolph, I think, were the clear-cut top 2. Now, I mean, I like Stocker, but I think he's clearly a notch below Rudolph and Kendricks.
Yeah.
So if you want a really good tight end, I think you got to get one of those top 2. And I said it before, but if you got a young quarterback, nothing helps those guys more than good tight end, nice, reliable tight end.
Can block and catch. And, so Rams take Lance Kendricks. They do have Human Inui, who had a decent year last year.
He's a blocker.
He is a blocker. But, he had a couple nice catches, a couple good touchdowns. I was surprised. But I think he'll be a nice compliment to Kendricks, and they can keep bringing along Fendi Onabun. So, and Evan in the chat room, Wisconsin tight end not going to the Texans. What's going on?
No, I tell you what, this is a big 10 minutes or so here for Ryan Mallett.
Yeah.
Got Oakland, Washington, back-to-back.
Right.
And if he doesn't go to one of these 2, I mean, barring a trade up, I think the next potential landing spot would be 57, Seattle. And if he doesn't go there, I don't see a spot for him.
Below round 3.
Round.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I think got 3 landing spots.
Raiders. So we're looking quarterback.
Riding with Mallett on this one.
I'm thinking, what else? I think corner with Asamoah gone. I think that's definitely a place they can look. They still need a center. They still need offensive linemen. Interior O-line is just so bad. Is there any center worth taking here?
Not this early. Wisniewski next round.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Wisniewski, I didn't know his father played for...
Uncle.
His uncle played.
His father did too. His father played for the Lions.
Lions, yeah.
Not for long. His uncle had a much better career in the NFL.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Gruden's right there with us.
Mallett? Did he say?
No. Oh, for Wisniewski.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Thank you very much. With the 28th pick in the 2011 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select
Wisniewski to the Raiders. So looks like it was the second round where they grabbed him. I think it is possibly their biggest need is center.
I'm taking credit for that in my mock draft. Round early, but I'm taking it.
You could take credit. Did they add that to the whole report? No.
No, I wish. The name of the game is matching players with teams, right?
Sure. Oh, man. Duff, man, I thought he was going to say Stephen Curry. That would have been an intriguing pick.
Did they announce him as a center or a guard?
They announced him as a center.
All right.
So.
I like it, though. I mean, he's exactly what they need.
Yeah, and, you know, I think he's technically sound. Not the biggest or strongest guy, but good at snapping the ball, good at getting to the second level. I like Stefan Wisniewski a lot. And I know friend of the site, Matt Patanti, not a big fan of his, but everything that I saw on tape of him, I watched nearly every Penn State game this year. Well, I always came away fairly impressed with him, you know?
I think he's pretty close to a can't-miss guy.
Yeah. He's going to be productive for you. Once
Yeah.
again, may not be Pro Bowler, but you're not going to be a guy you need to upgrade. So Indianapolis on the clock. These defensive tackles are falling hard. Do they go with Paya?
Did they make a trade?
Yes. Redskins have moved up. Uh-oh. Ryan Mallett?
Mallett was. The Redskins were there.
Redskins were there. Colts
So
moved up.
Indy moved up.
53 and 152. So Colts move up a couple picks. Let's see, they bypassed the Giants, the Bucks, and the Chargers. So
Maybe Randall Cobb, trying to get ahead of San Diego.
yeah, maybe Randall Cobb. I think San Diego. I don't know if he would have been a San Diego pick. Yeah, I mean I could see defensive. Let me see. If you're jumping ahead of the Giants for a defensive tackle.
Yeah, Pie. Oh, yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, see, that's why I think Paya might be the. If they want to finally address the defensive tackle position for once, won't win, but
Yeah, good call on Pie, I think. I don't think Austin would be.
no, I don't think Austin would be on the board for them. Martez Wilson, no. Yeah, I mean you got to think, and I think wide receiver is a possibility. I've been kind of talking about that for a while for the Colts with all the injuries they had last year. I don't think Anthony Gonzalez will be back. Blair White's probably not really deserving of a roster spot. Garcon, who knows with Colley and his head injuries.
Yeah. And they probably get a wide out in the third round, too. I think there's some good value there in the third.
Yeah. Maybe because so they got Anthony Costanzo in the first round. Chat room, Rodney Hudson. Could they address the offensive line more?
Boy, I think defensive tackle makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think it should be Paya. If you're moving up, it's got to be for D-line.
Boy, I tell you what, though, if Colts come out of this with Costanzo and Paya, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good couple picks.
Yeah, pretty good two guys, two Senior Bowlers.
Yep.
Fun as the Green Niners that Kaepernick could be a franchise quarterback. If Harbaugh develops Kaepernick, he could be a franchise quarterback. Just got to develop him correctly.
Yeah, I think he's got the tools to be one. I think he's a project. I think he needs to be handled properly.
Jack, do you think Clausen will be traded? I don't think so. I think it'd be a little bit too early in that contract to trade Jimmy Clausen. Maybe next year, but I don't think this is. But if I'm a team that needs a quarterback, I'd be willing to give up something for Jimmy Clausen.
I think this is time to do it because if his value is only going to drop, what if he has a bad preseason?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I think this time. I mean, you've just hit your wagon to Cam Newton for better or worse. Remove any obstacle in his way.
Yeah, well, they're hitching their wagon to him. Whatever else happens, it's about him, and that franchise is going to live and die by Cam Newton.
What did I see? I didn't get the whole story, but I saw some mentions of it on Twitter. They asked him what he's going to do, and he said he's going to go on vacation.
Yeah. Yes, he did bust out the Carolina Blues suit. If he didn't pick up his playbook this morning, they stayed the lockout, so now he cannot pick up his playbook. Whereas Gabe Primi already was in the facility at Chicago, and he drove there himself from Wisconsin.
Sometimes, well, I know for a fact Peyton Manning didn't go on vacation after he got drafted. He was in the facility working the very next day.
Yep, studying the playbooks.
Ooh.
Wow, Ben Aguilana